Growers. That's right, it's the Wednesday midweek live stream show. I hope everyone's doing wonderful today. Thank you for joining us on this beautiful rainy day, at least here. I know around the world it may not be raining everywhere. But welcome everybody to Potsquatch motherfucking Growers.
All right, everybody, let's get back to the very, very beginning here and start saying hello to everybody. All right, what's happening, Greens at 373 Steel? Welcome to the show. What's happening, Soul Price? Aaron Rock, good to see you, baby. Ganja Nani, your mama. What's happening, baby? Good to see you. All right, right, Powder, good to see you, baby. What's happening? I'm chilling. I just got back from town doing a bunch of different errands, really. So we had to go. I had to go get insurance and plates for the new whip there. Now we got a reliable vehicle for Uncle Potsquatch to go to the store and get all the bales of dirt and crap we're going to need for the new lab, etc. All right. Oh, thank you very much for the support, Greens at 373 Steel. Much love, my friend. Thank you so much. All right. Well, let's recap from the week so far here at Potsquatch Growers. It's been a good week. Good week. Mrs. Potsquatch got her scarification done. That was great. We're slowly gearing up and packing for the move to the new laboratory and get all the plants going, okay? So packing's going well. Movers are booked, everyone. Mark the day on the calendar, May 3rd. That's when we will be taking possession formally at noon on the 3rd. We will be in the new laboratory and getting everything going for all of you. Did a little bit of work this morning in terms of the new budget, so, figuring out, because there's going to be some install costs and renovation costs, just to kind of sort of augment the room itself and, buy those light rails, get that going. And obviously we're going to have to go buy dirt. We're going to have to go do a bunch of things, maybe buy a few new little toys. And we're going to be buying all the new fancy equipment, so the new microphone, the cameras that we'll be using for the new live stream shows. We're gearing up slowly but surely, everyone, to really sort of step up everything we're doing here at Potsquatch Growers for everybody at home. So we're very excited about that. It's all slowly but surely coming together. All right, let's get back to saying hi to people here. What's happening, Stony Baker MD? Good to see you, my friend. Ganjanana scarification is where they basically cut out giant chunks of your flesh to, it's a type of body modification. What's happening, Typhoid? Good to see you, my friend. All right. Yeah, hey, well, at least you got it within a couple of minutes. And so today we didn't actually pre-program the show like we usually do. Today it was kind of all last minute. But, I had every intention of going live at 4. I didn't get home actually until about 20 minutes before the show. So here's hoping I got my phone charged enough before we started all of this. Like I said, at the new lab, we're never going to have to worry about silly things like charging, because we're actually going to be building a set there. And it's going to be a lot of fun, okay? So, yeah. Let's see here now. Let's see if we missed it. What's up, Adam Hansen? Good to see you, my friend. Yes, she's healing okay, slowly but surely. It wasn't a painful procedure at first. They do freeze you, Ganjana, your mama, but then, yeah, she's definitely been in some pain since. They took a considerable amount of flesh off of her. But she got the Trinity knot done, so she was very excited about that. Something that she's wanted to do for a very long time, so I'm stoked about that. Yeah, I tell you. But no, it's going to be good, everybody. I'm really looking forward to the sort of the new lab and everything that's going to be, we're going to get a chance to show you. Sorry, just adjusting the camera here. One thing we will be releasing this week for everyone as well is we will be releasing a little video. I know we haven't really released any videos. We will be announcing in the next day or two. Now, mind you, I might wait until the beans germ and kind of do a couple of days and then splice it together into a little kind of sexy video for everyone. But we will be announcing all of the new from seed genetics that we will be initially playing with when we get to the new lab. I'll share one now. Okay? And you're going to have to wait for the video for the rest of them. Blueberry indica is on the menu. That's all I can tell you for now, though. But we have basically narrowed it down currently right now in terms of sort of the catalog of what was here that I had to pick from for getting going for things. Realistically, we've got probably 79 different options currently on hand. And so we got a lot of fun things to play with. And, we're going to be having a lot of other genetics added on there as well. But that's one of the fun things that you really can look forward to at home, I think. Basically, is going to be that we're going to be playing with a lot of new genetics all the time. Dude, if I had some Mexican bag seeds, I would love to play with some Mexican bag seed genetics for fun. If any of you at home have any of that Mexican red hair or some Mexican bag seeds from 30 or 40 years ago, let a brother know. All right, and we'll play with that one too. We've got some really rare stuff too that eventually we're going to be getting going once we get the breeding area of the new lab set up. I mean, there's a couple of really old rare things that I'd like to try to play with. One of those things, obviously, is the rare golden indica from the Oahu Islands. It's a beautiful strain from what I've been told. I've never actually gotten a chance to play with it myself. What's up, Edward Evans? How you doing? I'm doing well, my friend. Just, keeping it real and getting the show going here on a Wednesday, you know what I'm saying? Stony Baker MD says, I'm only either finding great taste or powerful weed. I would just say, really, at the end of the day, that's probably, I would chalk that up to sort of the genetics that are available to you. Because most of the genetics I typically grow that you have seen me grow over the last, over almost 4 years now on YouTube, all have extremely great potency or a good left hook. But, I'd say at least 95% of them tasted fucking amazing too. All right. Jimothy says, one of my 3-week popcorn buds has pistol retraction and has a yellow hue. It's my tallest bud and nearest the cow bag. Any ideas on what's happening? 100%. So at the end of the day, you got to remember, okay, those pistils are part of how the plant in and of itself propagates, okay? So if you haven't had them be fertilized, which I'm assuming they haven't, okay, sometimes certain plants will have a limited fertility windows, right? What does that mean? Well, it means for the first couple of weeks, maybe you'll have a shitload of pistils, maybe the first 2, 3, 4 weeks, but then you can quite early on have your pistils begin to retract in. That just means that plant in and of itself, one, has a very limited fertility window. Two, it could be a slightly quicker running plant, but not necessarily either. So I've seen things have white pistils through the entire grow and keeping their fertility windows open pretty much the entire time until near the very end. Or some things will have very limited fertility windows, and those pistils will then retract. So that's that. I wouldn't freak out. I would say more than likely that's what it is. Now, another thing to bear in mind in terms of that pistil retraction, okay, that could be caused if you were spraying anything or doing anything to that. That can also damage pistils and have them retract on you as well. So that's one thing to bear in mind. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, Soul Price, man. You should see the pictures of the scraps. I mean, man, they took a lot of skin out of Mrs. Potsquatch, I tell you. What's happening, Wonky Donkey? Good to see you, my friend. And then GMAC grows. Okay, I think I've got a feeling I'm missing part of what GMAC said. Oh, you got some of that, the Mexican bag seeds. Hey, I mean, at the end of the day, even if something's not necessarily stored 100% properly, there still should be a few in there that are viable. Plus, I don't know, maybe it's my electromagnetism, I don't know, but I have a pretty decent ability to get these old beans to pop a lot of the time. There are a few tricks. We've talked about that, actually, maybe even the last show or the show before that we talked about that a little bit. But, hey, I'm always willing to try, you know what I'm saying? For those of you who are just noticing or new here, Ganja Nani or Mama is sharing the link to where we will, where you'll find your very own Squatch lighting systems. I've got a feeling, though, Ganja Nani or Mama, that may have been a partial link and may not work. So if you could reshare that one or double check that, that'd be great. Or if someone wants to try clicking that link, see if it worked, then you know. All right, baby. Hey man, anything from the late 70s, early 80s, hell, even things from the 90s I get very excited about. And at the end of the day, some people get stressed out when you find old beans, you don't know what the hell they are. I mean, for me, that's part of the magical mystery tour. And part of the fun of growing an unknown genetic is you can kind of observe specially what you're seeing and then watching how it develops and sort of analyzing that. I think that is, in and of itself, is a great practice for those at home who are getting used to identifying sort of different desirable traits and starting to learn sort of the beautifully diverse world of cannabis, Yeah, I'm really excited though for the new lab, everybody, and playing with a bunch of new fun things. Some of the strains I'm really excited to play with too are some of the new things that Gazzers has been working on that he will be sending out to us shortly. One, I really want to try out Gazzers K-Town Kush. From if I'm remembering correctly, it's a blending of Afghani, Master Kush, and Hindu Kush, all from sort of origin source genetics from back in the hood days of Canada, back in our glory days. And then Gazzers has kind of bred those all together and out. One really exciting thing that he's also done, if I'm remembering correctly, he took a cheese and he crossed that with the K-Town Kush, so that could be interesting. What else did he do? He did a outdoor indica from New Zealand and crossed it with Canadian White Russian. That's another interesting one. I've got a feeling I'm forgetting something here that he's also done. K-Town. There's one I'm missing. It's fallen out of my brain. But I'm really looking forward to kind of working on some of those genetics as well and sharing that with all of you. Going forward, remember at the new lab too, we're going to be having more plants than we've ever done, and multiple setups going at all times and experiments and stuff. If you've got a genetic at home you've developed and you'd like me to try it out for you and give you my humble 2 cents on it, I'm always happy to do that as well. Okay. So yeah, keep it real and keep it sexy, my friends. One second here. I feel like I'm missing something. Isaac Kendrick says, if you all find is half strong, half delicious, just mix them together a little. I could be wrong, just trying to help. Oh, no, for sure. They could always go about breeding their own genetics. So even if you're in a part of the world where you may not have access to the maybe genetics in general that you find desirable, either you they were saying, either you find something that's strong but doesn't taste very good, or you find something that doesn't taste very good but is, or you know what I'm saying. You can always try to cross blend those and start to stabilize those out. And again, at the new lab, we will be doing a bunch of video series going over all of that and explaining the best way for all of that to work. And we can kind of all do those experiments together as we go, if you know what I'm saying. Well, thank you very much, Ganchanani, old mama. It was funny the other, we went into town for Mrs. Potsquatch's scarification appointment. I bought boots and a hat, so. Hey, no worries, Timothy, if that was at me. Am I wearing a 6 gun right now? Not currently, Stony Baker, MD. Just got a blade and a pair of knuckles in my pocket, but, What's happening, country at Heart Finley? Good to see you, my friend. Let's see, what do you say? Hey, brother. I made it. Got to pick up Ash from her girl's place. All right. The babies are looking good, though, so far, and the huge ones are bouncing back. Good. And I hope you got my message earlier, and I was taking a look at your pictures. Oh, I would actually just say you got to step up your feed. They just look hungry to me. They don't look necessarily unhealthy. And yes, if you're not careful, depending on the camera that you're using also to picture your plants, you know what I mean? Sometimes at certain angles, they can look quite yellow under LED lighting, especially when you're rocking that sort of 3500 beautiful Kelvin there. But at the end of the day, if you play with the angles on your phone, sometimes you can get it to autocorrect the colors on that. And also that's phone dependent or camera dependent as well, depending on, its ability to see different sort of spectrums of light. All right. Let's read some shit here. No. Dude, I'd love to play with them, GMAC Grows. So, shoot me an email to potsquatch420@gmail.com, buddy, and we can chat about that. I'll share the address to use because we will be leaving this house in 2 or 3 weeks. 3 weeks now. Yeah, about 3 weeks exactly, actually, today. So I will send you the other address to use because once we move up to Hope, I gotta set up a P.O. box there because they don't do mail delivery. Greens and 373 Steel says, Squatch, I picked up the 2-pipe Green Planet. Then I watched a video on them and realized how big their line is. It is. I mean, I don't even use all of their line, but I use their 3-part system. I use their ProCal. I use their VitaThrive. Sometimes they'll use liquid weight, their massive bloom formulation. Sometimes they'll use their humic acid. I love their product resin. Great product from Green Planet as well. Really helps to make your bud sticky and help accentuate a few of those terpene profiles via resin production. There's a few other things I'm sure that from there that I even use and I'm just forgetting them now. I feel so out of practice. I feel rusty, man. It's like it's been so long since I fucked with a plant, man. Well, and that's the thing, Isaac Kendrick, you never know, right? It's sort of part of all the fun there. Hey, it's all right, gotcha, now your mama, baby. Don't you worry for a second. I mean, Lynx can be a bitch at the best of times. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. All right. So one, typhoid. If you're witnessing a group of beans that are all kind of coming out completely different, one could be just in fact different beans mixed together. If you're sure they came from the same source plant, okay, part of that could also have to do with that it is just sort of an initial cross, and there's a plethora of different phenos or ways, some leaning towards the mother or some leaning towards the father. I mean, it could be that, right? So Walter Wiseman, I mean, not as low as you'd think. And also, too, that's a common misconception with cannabis is a lot of people have this obsession with super skyrocketing THC levels, and that's what means good weed. Bullshit. It's not true. I think that's something that has been misguided over the last 10 or 15 years when it comes to weed, is we've had this obsession of just getting super skyrocketing THC. And the fact of the matter is there's 468 psychoactive chemicals and cannabinoids within cannabis, okay? So, for example, my Sasquatch strain is only 18% THC, 22% CBD, but it'll get you higher than a 36% strain. Everyone who's tried it has experienced it exactly the same thing. So there's a lot more going on, okay, than just the THC level. Plus, at the end of the day, if we're worried about THC levels, that's okay. I can breed them to get it up. I'm not worried about that. But most of the genetics that are out there now are fragmented. They are lost. They're not the heirloom source. We've lost yield. We've lost formation and structure of the bud. We've lost consistency. We've lost stability and strength. Genetics now, where many of them may have super skyrocketed THCs, they have shit production, they have shit flower formation, they foxtail all the time, they herm on your ass if you fart on them wrong, and at the end of the day, that's just not real weed as far as I'm concerned, right? So again, I strongly encourage those at home to really keep an open mind when it comes to cannabis, because at the end of the day, a high THC level doesn't mean shit. Anyone who goes like, unless it's like a 30+% THC, dude, motherfucker, I ain't smoking that. Well, then you're a fucking idiot and you're a pretentious piece of shit. Because I got weed that's only 18% that'll get you higher than that 36%. And at the end of the day, stop being so obsessed with THC, people. There's so much more going on in the damn fucking plant. But yes, so you are correct in saying, Walter, though, that classically many of the older strains may not have quite as high THC levels. But that doesn't really mean shit at the end of the day. Plus, they're vastly more stable. And I would rather spend a little bit of time working with older genetics that are more stable to try to make something new for everybody that's more reliable and will have the production capabilities of heirloom genetics. And trust me, it's still going to fuck you up. I don't grow shitty weed. You know what I'm saying? No, you're not. Stop self-deprecating, Guns and under your mama. You're a wonderful moderator. I love you. Don't you worry for a second, my friend. What's up, man Grown? How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Stony Baker MD says, I got that Warden cross with that Stony Baker MD and got prison sentence OG. All right. I don't think I've ever tried any of those, but they sound fun. All right, man. We should take a look at it. Send me some pictures, man. Right, exactly, Electro Illuminati. You and I are obviously of the exact same thoughts on that. And it's totally true. 100%. 1 second here, everybody. I'm just trying to play catch up now. Well, it's funny, I mean, as a kid, a lot of my buddies are like, man, your wife's badass, man. Like, I'd be freaked out to do that. And I was like, hell, man, it's not necessarily my cup of tea either. Well, she's happy, so. And then Grown's all like, I'll just live in a perpetual 420. I found a way to freeze time. It's called I just pulled the batteries out of my clocks. Sounds good, GMAC Grows. We could definitely do that as well. And hell yeah. No, I'm looking forward to it too. That's one of my favorite things is to play with these old genetics, man. And, every once in a while I get lucky enough where someone has some really old stuff. They don't really know what it is, but they're willing to share it with me. And so we've got a number of really old things in our collection there. And I'm really looking forward to being able to play with that for everyone to see at the new lab. Like, I mean, I don't know if any of you really realize how our show will change when we get there. But, like, We are going to come back in a way that even those of you who are hopeful and have high expectations will still be blown away. We're really going to elevate everything that we do here at Potsquatch Growers and take our production to a professional level. And I'm really excited to do that and share that with everyone, as well as really focusing on not only pumping out consistent content all the time, tons of, we're going to be perpetually going in the flowering room at all times now. We're going to have experiments all the time going on now. We're going to have breeding experiments all the time going on now. We're going to be making how-to videos all the fucking time now. And again, there is the Potsquatch Do email. That's with two O's, POTSQUATCHDOO @gmail.com for anything specific that you'd like to see coming in the new lab. Get your ideas in now. I'm logging them all down and working on putting it all together for everybody. Oh, typhoid, I know. I love watching different phenotypes and how they grow and just sort of seeing the different magical powers locked away within the genome. 1 second here, everybody. I'm just playing ketchup now. Want to get high? That's right, Jason Houlihan. All right. So Vic Victor, humic acid can be mildly beneficial during veg. I would say humic acid is definitely more beneficial in terms of flower, though. And to put it in a simple way, think about humic acid and the way it works in terms of your feed as essentially reducing the stress required or the work required for the plant to actually feed itself and to eat, right? That's the best way to put it in terms of what humic acid's going to do for your grow. It definitely is good, you know what I'm saying? Now, Buzz and Hathor, do you mean you grow like poison, a strain called poison? Do you mean you grow poison weed in as good, or as in your weed is poison and I will be sick if I smoke it? I'm just being silly on that last one, really, man. What's up, Eugene Dolan? Welcome to the show, my friend. Well, exactly. And at the end of the day, everybody, I'm the same way. Smell and taste and the smoke ability of it is vastly more important than how strong something is. At the end of the day, if I got some weed that tastes amazing, but it maybe I need to smoke 2 joints. Oh no, I get to smoke 2 really enjoyable joints now. Damn, right? That's not a bad thing in my head, right? But, What's up, Irish Wanderer? Welcome. Howdy to you as well, my friend. Hello back to Michigan, Julio from Denver. Ain't no worries, guys, not your mama. Really electroilluminati in terms of high THCV type of strains. I can't really comment to it until I have the chance to grow it. I would never spend $80 US on a seed. That is the most sacrilegious load of crap I've ever heard in my planet. Anyone charging that deserves to be shot. I just don't agree with genetics and certain things costing this much, even if it is a rare genetic. If it's a rare genetic, stabilize it out, make a shitload of beans, and make it available for the people. That's how you fucking do cannabis as a business. That's how you fucking breed, and that's how you fucking go into the seed game. Anyone who doesn't think that way, well, fuck you. My company's coming after you, and we're going to fucking steal all your business. So, what's happening, Andre 4000 Inner City Gardening? Good to see you, my friend. I hope you've been doing well. What's up, Dr. Geesh? How you doing, my friend? I'm just chilling, doing the show, having a good time, if you know what I'm saying. All right. Okay, bloody hell. How far behind am I now? Thank you very much, Andre 4000 City Inner Gaming. Or Inner City. Yeah, I always call you gaming. It's gardening. Why the fuck do I always say gaming? My old eyes can't read. Thank you very much, though. This is a new one. I just picked this one up the other day. I quite enjoy the hat as well. All right, here, 1 second. Let me just try really hard to play catch up here. 2 seconds. Almost there. GMAC grows in terms of if you're wanting to sterilize your soil, okay, and that's what you want to do. One, we'll cover reusing it in a minute, but I would pasteurize it in the oven, bake them. Old school Durban poison. Do I like it? Yeah, I like Durban poison. I mean, it's a little saddy for me, but no, it's all right. It's a decent strain. But again, to finish answering GMAC Grow's question, I would pasteurize that soil in an oven, bake the cocksucker, okay? And in terms of reusing soil, okay. One, remember that most of the natural nutrition will have been depleted out of there. Plus, if you had been flushing as well, well, that's going to have stripped out a lot of stuff out of it as well. So you're going to have to really sort of step up your feed quite early on with soil reuse. There's actually been at least one run on the channel where we did reuse soil once. Um, Overall, it was fine. You know, it wasn't too much of a big deal. You might want to check the pH and just sort of do some tests on the soil before you rock it. You don't necessarily have to do that either. But at the same time, the number one thing, though, is to remember that most of that natural nutrition that will be in the soil has been depleted. It's fucked off, right? So you're going to have to, address that fairly early on. uh, I don't even know how I would even begin to understand the accusation there, buddy, Stoney. What? Buds, you were told growing organically is poison. Well, that's just ass backwards and stupid. Someone saying that you can only grow organically and if you use a bottled newt, it's bullshit. Well, they're a fucking idiot too. But anyone who's telling you proper organic farming is poison is a fucking idiot. Just true story there, bud. So don't pay them no heed. Hate is gonna hate, baby. You keep on growing, you know what I'm saying? Oh, nice, the coffee growers. How they looking? I am well, Irish Wanderer. Thank you very much. How are you, my friend? How is Ireland today? Mr. Splacchiavelli, most of our grows won't be organic because, I mean, I don't really feel the need to run organic grows. Probably the first organic farming that we'll do on the channel. So we will be doing additions, though, where we are doing that, okay? So we will be playing with super soils. That'll be one of the first things we pull out of the closet. It's something I haven't done in years, but we're going to do some super soils and do it that way. Maybe eventually we'll go some no-till action. So we're going to be playing with some organic farming techniques. We'll do exploratory pieces and talking about organic farming. But at the same time, a lot of the main grow in the flowering room, predominantly, at least for the first while, until I get my stock of stuff up, again, we'll be just sort of doing what I normally do. But we will be going out over all of those things. I mean, really, like I said, I'm taking it as a passion piece to really blow up the amount of content in terms of educational explorations that we do in the channel, because I really think that'll help benefit people at home as well as help you all to find your own flavor and your own taste on that grow. You know what I'm saying? One second here, everybody. I'm just playing catch up now. What's up, David Sizemore? I do have green thumbs. I wouldn't call myself Mr. Green Thumb. I think there's a few people already walking under that. I am the one, the only, the Potsquatch. All right, but I'm doing well, David. How you doing, my friend? Andre 4000 Inner City Gardening. We are launching a genetics company. It probably won't be available for at least a couple of years because, well, one, I got to figure out how to pay for it because the cost required for me to go legal, even to have one 500 square foot micro nursery license, okay, the cost of that alone is going to be at least, sad but true, anywhere from 750,000 to 1.5 million Canadian for me to get into the seed game, and we're going to be one of the only real companies that are truly legal federally and globally. Even most global genetics that have come from a decriminalized world that are using that loophole of, well, it's not intended for actual germination, therefore it's a novelty, therefore it's legal. That's bullshit. That's not even a real law. It's not even a real law anywhere. It's a fucking gray zone. But if there's not actual true law that states that, and so that's why, as much as I hate it and I hate the exorbitant cost of it, we're going to be entering into a lifetime's work of bringing proper genetics back to market and making them available for generations to come. So we will be doing that. We are gearing up now. We are collecting. With how it works here in Canada is you have a one-time source or in-source of what they call black market or gray market genetics. So pretty much anything I want to work with for the future of Everness in my company, I have to possess when I go legal. So there's 1,001 things that we're working on in that. I mean, that's where we're trying really hard to kind of get the CBD line to blow up and get into some big chain stores, because once we land those contracts, well, I'm going to be able to afford the $1.5 million it's going to fucking take for me to fucking do a company, genetics company. Fucking stupid. But anyway, it is what it is. But we will be one of the first truly legal actual breeders in the world, and probably some of the only ones that are actually fully legal doing anything worthwhile. Because where there's a lot of great breeders out there and there's a lot of people doing good work, they're not fully actually legal. They may be legal on a state level, they may be decriminalized, but it's not quite the same thing. There actually is a global tracking network now of numbers in terms of the cannabis industry. It was kind of basically invented here in Canada, but it is the global standard now. So we will be, as much as I hate it, going that route. Because again, if we can get ourselves into a powerful position in terms of genetic sourcing in the industry, and then working legally with legislature, we can then influence future legislature and try to fix this stupid Prohibition 2.0 that Canada calls legalization currently, in which we all live. So we will be there, but it will take time. But we're already working on it now. We're getting all these things. So just because we can't go legal for a while because of the money, etc., where the hell am I going to do it, etc., well, I can actually start building all the strains for everybody and getting all that initial work done. So that'll be part of the fun. We will be. I have in the past, but we will be going forward. Walter Wiseman at the new lab, playing around with some super soils for you. Sadly, Jason Houlihan, everything in the world predominantly is going up. Like when I redid the subfloor here, subfloor plywood was like $40 a sheet. Now it's like 109. It's stupid. What's up, DOA Cowboy? How you doing, buddy? Welcome to the show. Long time no see. I hope you're doing well. One second here, everybody. I'm just trying to play really quick catch up here. Ooh, that sounds tasty, Irish Wanderer. It'll be a good time, my friend Walter Wiseman. Good to see you as well, Cody Marijuana Cole. One second here. Dab away, DOA. Dab away. One second here. I think I've almost caught up. Well, I am the son of two priests, Soul Price, so there we go. What's up, Stone Nerd Dab Nukem? That's a fun name. I like your name, by the way. That's fun. Hey, thank you very much, David. David Sizemore, that really means a lot to me. And at the risk of sounding like a cheeky monkey, if you've enjoyed what I've done so far, you ain't seen nothing yet, baby. Wait till the new place. We're going to actually fucking, get some work in there, man. What's up, Rick? What's happening, baby? What's up, LST UK Big Bud? Hey, thank you, DOA Cowboy. It is coming together. It's nearly killed me and nearly did my head in terms of all the fucking stress. But we're getting there, bud. We're getting there. Stony Baker, MD? I would never say that if I worked in a lumberyard, because it could always get more expensive, and we'll jinx ourselves if we say that. Oh, I caught up. Thank fuck. About time, my friends. Oh, it's going to be really fun, everybody. I mean, I can't wait to have the perpetual flowering room going at all times and doing experiments. Like, I've basically decided, I'm still an actor, writer, comedian. Hell, I'm waiting on hearing about 3 different television shows right now, whether I booked or not. And I'm always going to be a professional actor, writer, comedian, and filmmaker. But at the new place in my new world, I'm going full steam ahead, this is my life's work. This is my true career, at least currently. I can always include other things in it as we go, but our company, our lights, our genetics, our CBDs, everything and that will come. Like we're going to be expanding all over the place. We've got a television show in the works that we're trying to get going, which will be actually an exploratory piece if COVID ever fucks off, and globally doing a bunch of stuff for that. So this is my life now. I give myself to you, all of you. I will give myself over. And this is what we will do. In the no world, this is all I will do. Well, like I said, I still act into comedy sometimes, but that is what it is, no? No, just part there, Soul Price. Just part. No. I have never witnessed a plant not like my carbonated water technique, the coffee grower. But then again, I haven't grown everything on the plant, so. Yeah, remodeling anything is never cheap, my friend. I'll tell you. I'll tell you. And at a new house, there's 1,001 little things to fix. But first things first, I'm focusing on fucking getting the lab up and rocking and popping and going. And, well, then this summer I'm going to put a new roof on the fucking new house. Oh, right. Well, thanks, Stone Gamer. I love you too. Fucking ass. I know. Greens at 373 steel. The same thing's happening here in Canada, but prices are going up all over the goddamn place. Ganjanani Your Mama, not yet, but I've basically picked, I think, most of what we're going to be doing, Ganjanani Your Mama. We'll have that video probably released in a few days. Because I'd like to have all the seeds actually break soil a little bit. As you can see, I still haven't set up the little 2x4 tent that I got on the floor there. So we're going to set that little 2x4 up, at least to get the baby started before the move. I really do need to get on that. I probably should have done it a week ago. I mean, a lot of people here do use dyes and other things in their cannabis to make it look cool. I may be a purist, and you can call me one, but I think that's cheating and sacrilegious. Adding terpenes, adding coloring is sacrilegious to the weed, in my humble 2 cents, but that's just where I'm at and how I feel. Well, hey, Stony Baker MD on the side, or on the note of talking about cars. I got a new car, as well, new to me car, but I got the steal of a deal on a Century. Because the Cadillac, well, one, I'm pimping it and working on it, and I mean, I didn't want to try to fix it under the gun for the move, so, I want to make it like a fun project and really pimp that car, so I'm just going to put that on a flatbed. We're going to transport that out to the new lab, and I'll slowly kind of work on fixing that. But I got the steal of a deal of the Century on a new to me whip. It's a 2008 XC90 all-wheel drive Volvo, and it's a gorgeous little car. I've named the car because the previous owner, a close buddy of mine, who just moved to Mexico, and he's fucked off from Canada forever now. But so he named it, and he's like, "Oh, it's actually a boy car." So I told him I won't change the gender of your car, even though most cars and trucks I buy, it's always women, right? But so it's my first boy car. So his name was Vern. So I've added to the name. And now it's Vern the Stern, the Potsquatch machine, So, yeah. No, it's going to be good, man. I actually just went and did all the insurance and got the plates for it today. Haven't put them on yet. I'll do that after the show. And then we'll go get some beer at the store. Vern the Stern. So Stone Gamer, I'm gonna make y'all wait to find out the new first strains we're gonna be doing. Okay, but I did let one go. We're gonna be dusting off some blueberry indica for sure. And there's going to be at least another 4, 5, 6, or 7 strains that we're going to be popping right away to get some babies going, so we can have some little babies ready to go. Because what the end goal is for me really is we're going to really kind of get creative there, and we're going to grow all of those initial seed plants out, and we're going to take clones, and then we're going to kind of do compare and contrast and pheno hunting and talk about that in some of the videos, right? Like, I'm excited. I'm gonna spend every goddamn day making this shit for everybody, and it's gonna be a good time. And I'm even starting to learn how to use computers better, so it'll be interesting. Hey, electroilluminati though. Also, a lot of genetics just go purple even without the cold. A lot of Canadian BC genetics just all do that. A lot of people will say, "Oh, it's a nutrient deficiency. It needs more calcium and magnesium." Well, one, most of you cocksuckers say that every time. But two, no, it's not true. Maybe once in a blue moon you might run into that. But there's just a lot of genetics that are purple. Most of the shit I grow typically is purple. At least in the stem or the stalk in different forms and fashions. And that's not a bad thing. Colloquially, that's very common in BC Canadian genetics, and I love it. Especially in the Indica Kush world, anyway. I mean, that's definitely possible. I mean, I'm pretty fucking excited, though. I tell you, LSTUK Big Bud. But it's gonna be a good time, my friend. What's up, Jamie Morrow? My current Cadillac that I'm working on, which is sort of will become my summer whip or my fun whip during the summer. It's a 2007 CTS. The last year that CTSs looked good. Then they started making them sleek now. And I'm like, yo, Cadillac's meant to have titties and ass, okay? So that will be the first Caddy. That one's my baby. It was my first Cadillac. And then my other Cadillac that eventually I'll be working on and turning into what I've already named Death Betty. And making a stupidly dangerous vehicle out of it. It's a 1952 four-door hydromatic Cadillac as well. We're going to put a 500 V8 big block Cadillac engine. Biggest engine they ever made back in the day. There is one that's technically bigger than that now, but it's more of their new age racing engine. And I'm going to stick with that old school on that. Turbocharge it on both sides and do a few other fun things to it. We should be able to get that puppy up to about 1,700 plus horsepower. It'll legitimately, when I'm done, be one of the fastest cars in the country. The only thing I won't pass is a gas station, sadly. I'm not building that one to be a day-to-day commuter, just to be stupid in occasionally. One second here, everybody. Something tells me, Ganja, none of your mama, we may have one of my fans here loving on me something hard or something like that. And again, Jamie Morrow, I'm not brilliant at cars. I don't think I'm like the smartest man when it comes to cars. I am just learning. I like screwing around with things and learning as I go. The one thing I'll say about this 2007 CTS engine is when it works and it's together, it's great. But yeah. Okay, yeah. It's happened before. It'll probably happen again. The bigger we get, the more this happens. It's all right. No, it's good, Ganjanani, your mama. You know exactly how I feel in terms of those things as well. So thank you for taking care of that for me, Ganjanani, your mama. I appreciate it. Ooh, I like it. Yeah, so Jamie Morrow, the 52 should be pretty fun. I'm pretty excited about that one as well. It's been sitting in a barn for 20 years. It drove in, so in theory it shouldn't be too hard to get going, but we'll see. The thing about that CTSV, right? I mean, I don't know. I like just the straight CTS, but what's the new ones they've got? Is it XTS? Something like that. I saw one of those today in town. I mean, they're all right. I mean, my problem with some of the newer Cadillacs that are coming out, the only thing I don't like about them is they've tried to make them all super super sleek and sexy now. And I'm like, yo, Cadillac's supposed to have titties and ass, you know? I mean, that's a Cadillac. Like if I wanted a sleek, not big, thick, giant car, then you know, I'll get that. But no, but I love my little CTS, man. It's a good time. Oh, and there won't be DOA Cowboy. Don't you worry about that. There's no drama or stupidity tolerated here. And I mean, at the end of the day, things happen. You know, we've had our the trolls have been out off and on a couple times in our shows in the last couple of months, and that's okay. Everyone at home who's part of our community and part of the army, I warn you now: the bigger and more successful we get, there's going to be more of them. There's a lot of people who don't like me, and guess what? Good. At the end of the day, if you don't have any haters, you're doing something wrong. So really, at the end of the day, it's just a sign of relevancy. I'm still relevant. Yes, no, I agree with you, Stony Baker MD. It's not a cheap habit to restore or fix Cadillacs, especially if you do it properly with the right parts. But you don't buy a Cadillac to get money out of it. You do it because you love Cadillacs. And when they work, they're fucking fun. Oh, dude, Jamie Morrow, please do. I'd love to see you, buddy. Yeah, no, right? Oh, it totally is, Robert McFetty. And that's always been kind of my approach to, because let's be fair. Let's be fair. When I started this channel, okay, I didn't think anyone would fucking watch. I didn't think anyone would tune in. I didn't think anyone would necessarily even give a shit. And it was slow going at first before, the audience grew too much. But I mean, we got there and we're a global community now. We're on 5 out of the 6 continents on the world. We've got members everywhere, like all over. It's quite astonishing to me. And I think it's just a beautiful, beautiful thing that we're all building together, the Potsquatch Growers community, and we're all Potsquatches learning and living and loving and growing together. And for me, I've always endeavored to make this a safe place for all and a place where any can come. It doesn't matter what color you are, doesn't matter what race you are, doesn't matter where you come from, doesn't matter your religion or superstition, doesn't matter your orientation, doesn't really matter any of that crap. Because we're all Potsquatches, we're all human fucking beings, and we all love weed. And sharing is caring, living and loving and learning together as a community and helping each other to improve is the name of the game. I mean, there's so much wrong with the cannabis community, and there's so much prick waving and ego, and there's so much fucking pissing contests all the time. And I just opt out of it because there's no point. I mean, it goes against the very basis of my humble 2 cents of what the fucking pot industry should be, or the pot community really is at its heart of hearts, or the best parts of it, right? So anything that's stupid, I just say, fuck it. No, thank you. Moving on. That's kind of why I've always gone to the beat of my own drum, and I do my own thing, and my company exists, and we do what we want, and we do our own thing, whether people like it or not. Well, usually the people at home like it, you know what I mean? My competitors, well, they may not like me very much, but good. I'm not here to be friends with them, so. Hell yeah. No, I definitely will, Jamie Morrow. I'll check it out once the show's done. Maybe tag me in it so I can see it easier, because I'm kind of shit at finding stuff on the Discord. There's so many different subsections on it now, and I'm like, where was that again? Oh, crap. Oh, that's all right, Robert McVetti. I've been known to do shrooms once or twice myself. Hey, no worries, Jamie Morrow. I mean, at the end of the day, nanners are not something to panic about, depending on how you're seeing it, right? Especially if it's later on. Yeah, I wasn't going to, but a lot of people want me to kind of make a little video on the move, I guess. So yeah, I guess we'll make a little bit of a video there for everybody at home to see there and do that, so you can see my new crib and stuff. And, I think everyone's going to get a hoot at the new lab because the ceilings are so low and I can touch them with my head. So it'll be interesting. It'll be one of the creative challenges of adaptation for, my growing style. So. Well, see, and that's the thing, Stoney, too. Like, I don't just even outright get rid of people or being disturbers even. I'll have a frank conversation with them. I'll be like, look, you know, I'll give you a chance here. Stop being a dank. You know, you're safe. It's okay. You can be part of the community. And then if the silly behaviors continue, well, then, you know, I boot them right out there. Pull out the boot and boop. Oh, just briefly, but GMAC Grows, we got hit by one of those robots one day. It's not a robot. It's like a pre-programmed micro AI or spam body thingy, or yeah. No, it was interesting. That was the first for us because the other ones, like, we've had trolls show up before and attack us, which, you know, yeah, sometimes it's been kind of fun to deal with them actually. But yeah, that day was crazy, man. It was like 5 or 6 different accounts and stuff. It was like even lifting my face and like posting it and saying some very horribly offensive shit. Like the likes of which, like, if I could find out who you are, you're going to jail for a long time. That's a fucking slanderous federal crime what you're doing. But neither here nor there. That one was a new one for me. We had never had a spam bot attack us before. But again, you know, hey, we're still relevant. Okay. So if someone accident or like, okay, that's a good thing. Let's cover that. The Discord server isn't for pornography. Okay. The Discord server, it's a place to grow, share, learn. Hell, we can share jokes and stuff and have a good laugh, but don't make anyone feel like don't do jokes that's gonna make someone feel on the odds out. If someone does show up in the Discord and is being a dink, please notify us, okay, and we'll deal with them. Either myself, Soul Price, or Nicole. I don't think Nicole's here right now, or Ganjanana, your mama. I don't know if Big A or Aaron Russell Smith is on there currently, but he's also a great person to contact. Keep us in the loop, and we'll deal with it. And we'll sort with it. Again, the bigger we get, everybody, the more and more this will happen at times. It's to be expected. Let's not lose sleep over it. We'll just deal with crap when it happens, okay? And we'll stand together on that one. What's up, Unknown? How you doing, my friend? Oh, are you sharing porn again on my servers there, DOA? God damn it, buddy. God damn it. It's not a porno room. Yeah, that's a good question. Have we removed the porno that was shared on the Discord server? Because that's not the place for it. So, if one of my wrench people can get rid of it, it'd be great. So GMAC Grows, we're not currently a publicly traded company. We do have to grow to a certain point before we're even eligible to really go public. It is one of my many goals. Sadly, there's 1,001 of them, or wonderfully, you know, depending on how you look at it. But you know, eventually, if we get to the place at a company where we can actually go public, yeah, that will definitely be something. I mean, I would love it if one day we could become a publicly traded company. So one day that will be a thing for sure. We're not there yet though, and it will be some time before we are. We got to go just a little bit bigger than we are now. AKA a lot bigger. Thank you, Irish Wanderer. Sleuth that out, man. Thank you, Soul Prize. Ah, Crazy Grower Todd. That's a very good question. Yes, there's actually some really easy tricks. So if you want your plants to stretch, easiest trick, pull your lights up. If the light is pulled up and they're not quite getting the intensity that they want, your plants are going to go stretch for it then. So just pull your lights up. That's the easiest way to do it, and it's the best way to do it. So basically what you're doing is, since you're pulling the light up, the light intensity will be less here, but the plant is smart in a sense. Like, it can sense that there's greater light intensity if it goes up, right? So it'll start to stretch out on you. So that would be my best recommendation for you on that one. And that should nip that in the bud. Bud. Oh, excuse me. But that's a great fucking question, though. Thank you, Crazy Grow Talk. That's a good one. Gotta love a good question. Oh, we do GMAC grows. It's called the Little Squatch. Take a look at the Little Squatch. Basically, that's what most larger growers use our tiniest light for, is for mothers and seedlings and stuff. So check out the Little Squatch. It's built like the big ones, but it's the smallest light we make. And it definitely can handle doing some mothers and sort of little babies, you know what I'm saying? So unknown, my question is, what lighting systems were you using? What size pots were they in? Were you growing in dirt? Did you feed properly? How long did you veg for? What were the genetics? Where did they come from? Where they sat? With a bit more variables, we can address some of those issues and help you dial it in. Because that's one of the tricks. Like, having that first initially successful grow is great, okay? But then learning to dial in the grow and dial in kind of what we're doing is part of the fun too, right? So, yeah. Oh, I feel you, Walter Wiseman. I mean, if I'm sharing the honest to God truth, one of the great things about being the CEO of your own company, you can do what you want. And I actually start every day with whiskey coffees. Sometimes it's Irish, but most of the time it's Canadian usually. A little bit of rye whiskey in my coffee never hurt anybody, and it's just the perfect thing to get my brain sparked in the morning before I head into the office. Wait, so the porn's not even on ours? Ah, oh, god damn it! I'm getting us all worked up about nothing. Leave the porn. The other grow service can have porn if they want. What is it though? Unknown, right? I mean, yeah, the biggest thing would be light issue, genetic issue, and then maybe some other variables and stuff. But depending on what you're using, you know what I'm saying? Hey, enjoy your dinner, DOA Cowboy. Keep it real, keep it sexy, my friend. Thank you for tuning it in with us today. And I hope your dinner's tasty, man. Okay. So, one, huge veg window. I would say, yeah, I'd say just lack of light would probably be the main issue there. What was your feeding there? And they're a decent light, 100% GMAC grows, 100%. I even used them before we launched our own lighting brand. I prefer our rigs. One, they're built better and have better parts, in my humble 2 cents. And also, two, ours are fixable and affordably fixable and upgradable. And two, we're more affordable in general. Okay, so I've never used Gaia Green nudies. I'm still obviously caught up in the porn motif from 15 minutes ago. A Gaia Green nutrients. Never have used them myself, but I've heard really good things by many. And so, no, hell yeah. So the one thing to remember too, though, right, with the Super Lemon Haze or Sat Doms or Sativa plants, they are classically airier buds, okay? If you want rock hard, dense buds, grow an indica, okay? Grow an indica dom hybrid. That's where you're going to get those super rock hard buds that are fucking like rocks. I mean, you can get decently dense buds out of Sats, okay? But they are classically or notoriously less dense than indica or indica dom hybrids. Another thing to remember too, high temps equals airy buds. So it doesn't mean you can't have high temps ever. What I like to do is, like, if you have high temps, maybe let's say during your lights on, cool them at night. That's one of my tricks that I do a lot of the times. I actually super chill them while they sleep. Well, maybe not super chill them until later in flower, but like I do go much cooler at night. So while they sleep, I keep it cooler. And then sometimes too, if I'm seeing my temps spike too much, like I mean, I might have high temps for a couple of hours, sort of mid lights on, but then I'll start bringing that temperature down, curving it at the window. So I'm like curving the temp in the room throughout the lights on, mimicking temperature changes of the day, actually, right? So, but that's another thing to be aware of, though. That high temps will make airier buds. I mean, that's just the thing. Yeah, I think yeah, Soul Price. It wasn't even on our server. Irish Water saw it on a different one. He just thought it was ours. So we're good, buddy. There's no porn. We're good. Thank you for checking Soul Price. No, over veg would never have that kind of an issue. Unknown, like I mean, I've had mother plants that I've had in veg for years and then flowered them out eventually, and they were fine. So I would say one, it's a sat genetic. Two, probably high temps plus vastly lack of light. So and especially if you vegged it too much without having enough light to accommodate that, then that would definitely kind of play into it. So that would be the only way I would say the over veg would be kind of a thing if you were to think about it like that. But it has more to do with the fact that the plant itself got too big for the light. So really, at the end of the day, one of the big things is eventually when you can, getting yourself a sort of a bigger, better light would be a big help there, in my humble 2 cents. Hey, man, sounds good. Country at heart, Finley. Much love, my friend. Keep it real and keep it sexy, man. Say hi to the whole fam jam for me, man. uh, oh, good times. 1 second here, baby. Hey, no worries, unknown, baby. All good. Oh, bloody hell, I'm far up behind again also. Bloody hell. Bear with me here, everybody. I'm playing catch up now. What's up, Gerald Green Thumb? How you doing, my friend? Good to see you, baby. Welcome to the show. What's happening, Red Claus? Welcome to the show, buddy. So Walter Wiseman, early on in flower in terms of the cooler temps. Earlier on in flower, I'm going to go down to at least 10 or 11 or 12 or 13 degrees Celsius. Mid to later flower, I'll probably even drop her down a little bit lower. So, like, let's say we're doing 13 at night, 14 at night at the beginning. Mid range, maybe down 10 or 11. And then near the end, I'm going to be going down to like maybe even 6 or 7 in the last week, week and a half, and really dropping that down. And that's going to really help to accentuate a lot of those terpenes and sweet funkinesses. Whether it's a sweet plant or a funky plant, it's going to help to accentuate your terpenes and flavonoids as well. And really, I don't know, it just seems to really do a good job in terms of how the plant's maximizing its use of its sugars within itself. And I mean, so again, I speak Celsius, so I apologize for that. Uh, you know, we're metric here in Canada for the most part, so that's kind of where my brain's at, right? So. Stony Baker MD, does CBD is weed make it medical grade, Squatch? I'm not quite sure what you mean, Stony. Could you reword that one for me, bud? Zach Baker, good to see you, buddy. How you doing? Hey, no worries, Gerald Green Thumb. I mean, like I said, or I've said a few times, I mean, the programming hasn't been quite the same, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, going forward to the new lab, one, all shows are going to be programmed or like scheduled. We're going to do it. We're going to be stepping up our game. We're going to be doing tons of content all the time, vastly more available to everybody. It's nearly killed me dealing with all the stress of the crap here, but we've pulled it off. We've managed to move forward. We've figured it all out, and now we're just counting down to moving day. Basically, exactly 3 weeks from the day to day, and we will be moving. Hey, hey, oh. Okay. Everybody who's trying to Google nudies or nudies, well, nudies would probably be nude pictures. And nudies, well, you could just have that as an affectionate, cheeky name for nutrients. It's not a pre-approved term. It literally just came out of my mouth like verbal aphasia. So maybe we've all invented a new term together today.
The nuties.
But it's not one that was previously. It was just verbal aphasia, everyone. And well, yeah, so here we coined the new term here at Potsquatch Growers, co-developed today, created by Potsquatch's verbal aphasia.
The nuties.
Maybe that's the name for our if we ever did our own nutrient line.
Potsquatch's nuties.
There's the marketing right there. Just a picture of me like. Hey, no worries, Walter Wise, man. Unless it's like the German name Weissmann. And if I'm saying that wrong, Entschuldigung, mein Bruder. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it, Gerald, my friend. I'm looking forward to it, I tell you. We all have fun, don't we? Maybe eventually greens at 373 steel once we just got to put that submission in there, you know what I'm saying? I'd like to think so, Edward Evans. I'd definitely like to think so. And it's going to be literally rocking because since it's in a basement, I can actually wire up my 1600 watt Behringer speaker with the 100 watt Marshall head to power it. It'll be awesome. Well, we could go either Nooties or we could go with a more traditional spelling of Nuties. If we wanted to be fun with the traditional spelling, we could put an extra U in there and go Nuuties. Nuties. No. Nude booties would be with a D. With the T, it's the nutrient. Come on, Irish Wanderer. We're developing this right now. Come on now. Oh, fuck. Yeah, dude, I'd love to Stone Gamer. That sounds sexy. Both are genetics going into that I think I would quite enjoy in general. So that sounds like a fun F1 initial cross, man, I tell you. Yes, so Gerald Green Thumb, I'm going to be putting up the Remo, the Advanced. I'll be putting them up against my preferred nutrient line of choice, which is Green Planet. I'm a Green Planet man, you know. Here's hoping they hold true because, my God, do I like them. But that'll be one. So that's kind of the initial compare and contrast on the nuties that we'll be doing. Is the Remos versus the Advanced versus the Green Planet. I'm putting my money on Green Planet because I like Green Planet, but you never know. It may fucking change. You never know. You know, Jose Canella, I miss doing it for everybody. It's probably one of the hardest things, other than the stress of trying to figure everything out, has been releasing the content regularly for everybody. It's been killing me not have plans going and not making videos all the time for everybody and not doing my normal shows. I am very happy that my hiatus is almost done. I'm very happy that soon the current show we've been doing, which is, you know, Dude in a Garage, will be no more. And it'll be back to normal. So it's been killing me too, Jose Canella. But just know, not only will it be back, it will be back more and better than it ever has before. Imagine a world where it's not just a dude in a garage. Do you mean mosaic virus in general, which is actually referred to as tobacco mosaic virus, given that's where it originated from? Basically, if you think about tobacco mosaic virus, one, it's not the most detrimental thing. It's kind of like herpes for your plant. And if you think about the basic nature of it is tobacco mosaic virus starts to break down the chlorophyll area, so it's basically bringing down the efficiency of the actual cellular respiration and the plant's ability to create photosynthesis. Basically, it's damaging all that chlorophyll and all those tissue sort of segments, hence creating the weird mosaic on your leaves there. So it's not detrimental, but it can pass on very easily to plants once you have it in one plant, and it will hurt yield a little bit. It will slow down plants a little bit. It will do that. But like I said, it's not the most detrimental thing. It's kind of like herpes for your plants, if you think about it like that. Oh, for sure, the coffee growers. Well, first I'm going to focus on getting mine back up and running, you know what I'm saying? But then we'll go, check out other, maybe, I mean, I got a few friends who might let us come check out their grows, but a lot of them are pretty like, you got to remember, most growers in BC are very secretive. Like where I'm allowed to go in and see their grows and they don't mind telling me what they do. Most BC growers are extremely secretive. So like a lot of them won't let me videotape in their grows. They're like, this is industry trade secrets. I'm like, motherfucker, no, it's not. It's not like you're doing anything that special, man. You make good weed, but it's like, come on now, don't be silly. But hey, to each their own, and they're still my friends, right? So, but so maybe some people will let us do tours though. Weird sound. Crazy Grower Todd, the three-part, in my humble 2 cents, is vastly superior. Remember, greater diversity and greater ability to play and play with your mix and your levels is always going to be better. So three would always be better than two, in my humble 2 cents. I mean, in theory, Walter Wiseman, I mean, they can handle up to about 90 to 100 pounds, I think. But I'm only going to be putting one of our lights on it because remember, all of our big lights actually are built into two fixtures, right? So there's actually two separate fixtures to it. So I'll probably just put one of our lights on the movable rail, and then I'm actually toying around with a few let's try that again. A few design ideas where I'm going to have like these adjustable arms with side lighting that actually then reach down and go down the side of the table as well. That won't be installed right away, but I'm playing with it in my head. You know what I'm saying? So in theory, the rails systems or the track systems that I'm looking at, they can do like 90 to 100 pounds, right? So in theory, yeah, you can put a bunch of them on there, but you don't really need to though, right? Because let's be fair, one of our big lights with two fixtures properly oriented, fucking gonna rock a 4x8 table. Oh, Stony, I wouldn't say it destroys yields. It definitely affects them, though. Definitely affects them, for sure. Wouldn't say it destroys the yield, though. But at the end of the day, if you've got something, unless it's a super rare genetic you don't want to lose, get rid of it. Okay? And if you really want to get rid of tobacco mosaic virus, one of the only true tried tested ways I know is using a tissue culture clone, which will rid you of all the viral pathogenic realities of the plant and then allow you to grow a new clone into a mother plant, pathogen and virus free. Yeah, 20 inches not too bad. But you could drop it closer. I mean, if you can drop it closer, Jose, and you're still getting more than enough coverage that you need, I'd drop it even a little bit closer. Just remember, I drop it down a little bit each time to see how close you can get. But make sure to keep your eye open for different signs of light stress, right? So your fan leaves that might be like this, will go like this, or weird curling, or other things like that, right? So just always keep an eye out for signs of light stress when you're dropping your light down and trying to get it close. You know what I'm saying? Well, we're already people where we've had a few interesting terms. So hey, I guess it's good that we invented another one, right? Weed titties, and now nuties. Yeah, I'm not worried about that soul price. um, well, I guess it's my term, so I want to spell it with two U's. Newties. Let's spell it that way. Two U's. Spell it with two U's. Yeah, right. And it totally is Gerald Green Thumb. But I mean, at the end of the day, for those of us in the know, I've always been about empowering people. That's part of what my company does. That's part of what my brand is. It's also another reason why, like hell, like even I've been off and on receiving death threats from companies for years now. And other growers and stuff. Live here, bud. You want to come fucking go for it. Good luck. Fuck it. I'm here to empower the people. That's literally the foundation of what we do here. People empowerment. So, people got a problem with that, they can go fuck themselves. She might. We could ask her. I mean, I could share pictures of it too. Like I've got pictures as well, so I could even share a picture in the Facebook group, and then I could share one on the server or the Discord if people would like. I don't know if she wants to come show it on the show at this exact moment. I'm sure she'll be happy to show it once it's healed up. She's in a fair amount of pain at the moment, but no, but that's why there's two youth. I respond. New teeth, not nut teeth. If it was one U, it would be nut teeth, but it's new teeth. And if they don't like it, who cares? I invented the term, I'll invent the spelling. Oh, I hear you. I hear you, Greens 373 Steel. What's up, Jay Westfield? How you doing, my friend? I'm doing well, man. Hell yeah, Brian. Sounds sexy. How's it looking? I'm doing well, by the way, buddy. I hope you're doing well. Stony Baker MD. I'd say DJ's a true blueberry indica from DJ Short is an amazing strain. 100%. I don't agree with pricing though, regardless of what a strain is. If things are costing a bajillion dollars to acquire, I think that's the biggest fucking load of crap on the planet. So I don't agree with overpriced strains, regardless of how rare or what it is. But I will, so I won't speak to the pricing on it, even though I just did, because I don't know what the price that you're referencing is either. But for a true DJ Short Blueberry Indica, fuck yeah, it's a sexy strain. Yes, you can do that, Jose Canela, but I'd flip them sooner rather than later, my friend. I'd flip them sooner rather than later. And then also, worst case scenario, you could always, go dig some dirt out of, outside and then just pasteurize that in the oven, and then you won't have any, horrible pesties coming in there. Yeah, that's true, Irish Wanderer. Now, mind you, I didn't come up with that one though. The hour thing I did, but I mean, the word to your mother. I mean, I just picked that up from fucking a movie, I'm sure, at some point somewhere. But when I was a kid, but what's up, Dennis Graham? I'm doing well, my friend. We're just doing it, keeping it going, keeping the show as much as going as we can for now. But exactly 3 weeks, Dennis, until we take control and possession of the new lab, and we get back to doing what we fucking actually fucking do, brother. So I'm very excited about that, I'll tell you. Oh, right, yep. That was another term we came up with, Eugene Dolan, the plumpeting. That's another grow term I invented, plumpeting. Look at the plumpeting there. That was another one that just came out of my mouth when I was just fucking doing a video, and I just came out, and I was like, oh, I like that. So then I've been using it ever since. So good memory, Yeah, so the main thing would be Bob McCoy is if you really want to pasteurize it, I say go for it. Do a pasteurization in the oven. Um, or you can get yourself a bunch of beneficial nematodes and then introduce those into your soils, and that should clear up any soil bound pests that may fuck up your day. Well, I don't know about that, but I'm at least certainly myself, Wonky Donkey. But thank you very much for your kind words, my friend. Stony Baker MD. There's the three-part main premise, and there's like 1,001 other things from Green Planet that you can mix into that three-part system. So I use their three-part system as my base foundation, and then I fuck with it on top of that with other stuff. Or I could be a legend in my own time, so Bryce. I'm just fucking with you. It depends really, Jose Canelo. I mean, send me some pictures so I can give you my honest to God opinion. But like, let me put it to you this way, Jose. More light's always good. Well, up until a point, obviously, but there is such a thing as too much light too. More light is always better up until the point, right? More light, more fruits. You know what I'm saying? It's not just the roots. More light, more fruits too. You know. What's up, Gazes, baby? How you doing, baby? Welcome to the show. That's funny, Stony Baker MD. That's really funny, man. Well, Grimity, I mean, you missed, nothing too crazy. We've just been answering questions, talking about the new lab, and talking about a bunch of different topics as we usually do. But, yeah. I mean, yeah, Brian, a straight leaf mulch on its own probably won't do tons at first. It needs a bit of time to start breaking down too. But if it's been properly mulched and it's had a bit of composting done, aka it's starting to break down and do its thing, I'd say that's pretty good then. So it will do stuff. But yeah, no, you could totally cut in new things to rejuvenate soils as well. But if you're just grabbing like old leaves and just straight mulching it, mixing it in, it won't have a huge effect right away. It'll take some time because it's got to break down and shit. Potsquatch420 at gmail.com. I think the other phone I have here is dead. See if it'll turn on. It's probably dead though. See if it's turned on, but it may be completely dead though, so I don't even know if it'll even power up so I can look at the email. Excuse me. Just trying to boot up the phone, everybody. And that's another fun thing. It's a new show. It's all going to be powered by a computer. So I'll be able to not only pull shit up, like if you email me stuff in during the show and you want me to share it with everybody, I'll be able to even share it on the show. I can share videos from the show. I can do this on the show. Streamlabs is a pretty fancy program that I barely understand still, but I'm working on it. Pot mixed with DE, insect frass, down to earth, all purpose, and some microbes. That sounds pretty good then, Brian. Hell, throw some earthworms in there for fun too. Okay, I got 6%. So if the email goes through right away, I could probably look at it, buddy. Oh, I'm already at 5%. It may even crash now. Okay. I'm going to turn this off and go for a dart to give you a minute to try to get your email there through. And then we'll take a look at that, my friend. Where are my fucking smokes, man? Ah, crap. Left my darts in the other room. Uh-oh. 1 second, everybody. I can grab a dart. Do. Be right back, everybody. Be right back. And we're back. Hello, everyone. We are back now. Shrink this down a bit so I can still read. Cat. Hello, cat. Hey. One second here. Sounds good, the coffee growers. We'll see you soon, my friend. See if I can hold the camera close enough that I can actually still read, but not lose the internet. No, it shouldn't be too bad. I mean, hell, Brian. I mean, I just go get like a container of living worms, just dump them in. Should be good. With my humble 2 cents. Riot powder. We've been on lockdown for 2 weeks, and Ontario's been locked down for a week. About bloody. It sucks, but I mean, it's about time. I'm not a fan of it, but it is what it is. We're not on full lockdown here. We still can go drink and eat on patios currently, but it is what it is. Numbers are getting bad, man. Huh. So is it like a poisonous thing that you're talking about? No, I just get personally, Brian. I just get like a garden variety worm. I just get like a basic bait worm or basic standard garden variety worm should be fine. Go get some living worms for a bait shop. You know what I'm saying? Oh, no worries, Brian. No worries, yeah, but okay, set, perfect. Once I've done this, I'll take a look at it, Jose. Ah, I've heard about the weird synthetic weeds, and I've heard about the killing people and shit. Just don't smoke fake synthetic weed. I think they got that shit in New Zealand too. They had different versions of it in Germany when I was there. Yeah, just don't smoke that shit. You're better off not even smoking. I mean, I don't really know tons about different worm species, let's be fair, but your standard bait garden variety worm will do just fine. Word of the wise, don't smoke any of that synthetic crap, everybody. If you're in a country where that's still something that's available, it's not allowed in our country. Don't smoke. You're better off not smoking. True story. Just don't. Yeah, and your standard garden variety bait worm, it'll do just fine. Well, they might have it here, rye powder, but I mean, it's not. To my knowledge, it's not allowed in BC. Because I remember it being a thing years ago, and it never really took off here though. Because in British Columbia, it's never really hard to find weed. It's BC, baby, land of the weed titties. That's what we do here in BC. Weed. Well, we do a few other things too. Let's be fair. But no, I've heard about that stuff too, Irish Wanderer. I would strongly suggest to anyone out there stick to naturally occurring cannabinoids. Don't go synthetic. Don't go synthetic weed, synthetic highs, legal highs. I've heard of them called a bunch of different things over the years in different countries. Just don't do it. Just don't. Hey, what's up, Corey DJ? We're just chilling. Killing time, getting the house ready for the move. May 3rd by 3 exact weeks till we're back up and running, plants going, sexy videos happening again, shows happening again, stepping up all of our production values. It's going to be a good time. Yeah, right? Like, well, when I was married the first time, and I was living in Germany, you know, my first wife, you know, she would order all that stuff because she was out of weed, so she was losing her mind, and she's like, "Oh, I need to smoke something. I need something. I can't handle this." So she was doing a bunch of that stuff for a while. Don't. I'll just leave it at that. Just don't do it. Better safe than sorry, my friends. Hell yeah, Corey. So yeah, tune in, man. Coming May 3rd, man. We're gonna start building a new lab, retrofitting shit, showing you what we're doing, and to get the perpetual flowering room. So Corey, there's gonna be a perpetual flowering room, always on the go. Tons of experiments all the time, different grows throughout the entire new lab. The new lab's over 900 square feet, has a full kitchen. It's gonna be great. Yeah, that sounds pretty scary, Soul Price. But everyone at home, listen to what they're sharing about their experiences. It's a fucking thing. Well, DMT, hell, it's been used even in microdosing for a lot of the new sort of hallucinogens and psychogenic things for mental health stuff, right? Like, so I know there's a lot of people even in Canada. It's not just shrooms that people are playing around with. You know what I mean? But anyway, my friends, I've actually got to go make a chicken stew now. It's almost dinner time here, so I got to get that cooking and going. But my friends, my family, my Potsquatches, thank you for tuning in to yet another episode of Dude in a Garage. Do not worry. 3 weeks from now, we're getting back into it. We're getting back into doing what we're doing. And it's going to be sexy, all right? So, oh yeah, the old school Northern Lights Griminy is great. Excuse me. But yeah, everybody, I love y'all. Thank you so much for helping us keeping everything going and still showing up, even though it's just Dude in the Garage right now. But we're going to be back, baby. Think of us as a caterpillar in our cocoon right now, okay? We're almost done. We will emerge the hairiest butterfly you'll ever see. Oh, it's going great, Corey DJ. Dude, we're selling lights all over the world, and our lights are killing it, buddy. We're slowly but surely taking over our little place in the market, and more people are starting to realize that we're bringing the true dank tech, right? So, yeah. But anyway, my friends, I'll see you on Sunday, okay? Keep it real, keep it sexy, keep it squatch. And remember, the true grower is a forever student. The true grower isn't afraid to take risks. The true grower makes educated, stupid decisions. Show a little bit of compassion to yourself and to those around you, and the world may just be a better place. I know we're living in a dark time right now. We're all going through it. We have to do it together, and we will survive. I love you, everybody. Dude, Corey DJ, send me a link to my email. Check it out, buddy. I'm happy to check out your channel, bro. Send me a link, and I'll give her a check out, okay? But everybody, keep it sexy, okay? I'll see you soon, all right? All right. As Uncle Potsquatch saying, word to your mother. Peace.